This is Akashwani. Time for a weekly program, Our Guest. I hand over the mic to the show host, Nitish Arora, for the same.
Welcome to all the listeners of our guest. There may be no universal understanding of creativity, and the concept is open to interpretation from artistic expression to problem solving, the context of economic, social, and sustainable development. Therefore, the United Nations designated 21st of April as World Creativity and Innovation Day to raise awareness of the role of creativity and innovation in all aspects of human development. Now, if we ask anybody that you have to follow a fixed pattern in your life, then I think life will be very dull. We say that there is diversity in nature, but that diversity is also creating innovation. Look at the open sky, you will find every day new patterns appearing and dissolving in thin air. So what is creativity? What are innovations? How you can be creatively innovative or innovatively creative? So these are the issues that we are taking up today in our guest, and I'm very fortunate to have Argha Kamal Ganguly, a creative artist, with me. Welcome to our guest.
Thank you for asking me. I totally agree with the thing which you are saying and sharing. Creatively innovative. And if we think about a small thing, which is an earbud or maybe a toothbrush, these are products and there are designers who are making this product. Before having a toothbrush in the market, there is a person sitting on a table, researching the age group and sketching and sharing those sketches to the department. There are specific department to make 3D model of the toothbrush or the earbud. And from there, we are having this product in the market, maybe a wristwatch or a shoe or maybe a car or a mobile. If we just think about all the disciplines are interrelated. It's more like when we are going to school or college, when the teachers are coming to the class, art is not an activity. Art, I think, if we take it more in a larger way or a holistic way.
You are a creative artist, you are working on canvas, and you are also experimenting with other mediums. For the last few years, now you have started working with young children also. We do have workshops, but do you find that somewhere down the line, the students, the youngsters are getting more emotive rather than creative? They would like to follow what is given to them and yes, on canvas, bring out very nice results. Copying, are they creative enough? Are we losing our creativity to some other forces? Maybe artificial intelligence?
Yeah, I agree with your observation. And when personally I am interacting with students and where we are kind of exercising to think about maybe you draw a chair or just think about your interior space, think about a local you have to make. So easily, because there are reference material available all around like internet. So easily what they do, they just search through Google or Pinterest and there are ready images. And from the images, they are very good with skill. So they start to copy. Because we as educator, we as facilitator, we as teacher, also before taking a class when we are thinking about our lesson plan, so we are taking references. But there is a very fine line, what I feel. A sensitive educator or a teacher should draw the attention of the students to have the spark in imagination. Yes, you can have the resources, you can use artificial intelligence for your betterment of the project or the outcome which you are expecting. Maybe you can fail also. But we are human beings. We have the special ability to think and imagine. If we are allowing AI to take over that, I think we will not sustain with the idea of creativity and diversity, which you mentioned earlier.
No, it's not entirely be AI for somebody who is an artist, who is bringing out something on paper, on canvas. Yes, he or she can be inspired by something which is there. Only a few days ago, a youngster was showing me his pads. He says, I am making such good drawings. And I was pretty much impressed by those drawings. The flow of pencil, the use of color, the watercolor was so very good. And then I asked, which one of this is your original, which is you not copied it from anywhere? And she said, no, these are all, I have all copied from somewhere, I borrowed from somewhere. So that is something which really haunts you nowadays, that to begin with, for any artist, to draw inspiration from somebody or try to copy some work is fine. But where are the authentic, original, creative, innovative writers, designers? Because when we're talking about creative industry, which includes audiovisual products, the design, the new media, performing arts, publishing and visual arts, over and over in all these spheres, for the connoisseurs of art, it is becoming very rare to find new talent. What are the challenges for creativity and innovations in today's world?
The challenge, I think, is to sustain as an individual, a creative individual, because if you are working for any industry or for any connoisseur, he or she will have their personal choice or preferences. Sometime as a creative person, you have to listen it and you have to make the production according to, it can be theater, it can be dance performance, or it can be a stand-up comedy. So, like you have a producer and you are also trying to kind of engage in a process where you are trying to have a good relationship with the producer and take
Which
it
means
forward.
that we are losing our creativity and our innovativeness at the altar of economy.
Yeah, so I will just mention Brecht, one of the important theater writer and director. He said, if there is dark time, will there be singing? And yes, there will be singing about the dark times. So I think we should not leave hope. And there are artists, there are potentials and creative individuals who are regularly working, rigorously working, and they are finding also sensitive producers who are not molding them towards only the economic perspective. They are allowing these individuals to shine and be with the flow.
You hold workshops with the young kids, and in the last 4 or 5 years that you are working with the young kids, have you found someone bringing out something which is very original, very, very natural? Or all are getting inspiration from something and trying to prove that yes, we can paint or we can do certain works?
See, how I and what I practice with young, not only kids, even the adults and all, I always try to ask them, take time. And creativity doesn't kind of like, it's not like button like you will press and creativity will come.
Absolutely.
It's a constant process. So I will just, because we are sitting in Akashvani and I have a deep relation, my parents were listening to radios and all. So the songs, if I just take art like as a broader, like the songs or the music which I was listening when I was growing up, even it was in Bengali language or Hindi, even English music when I was listening with my parents. So when I go back to the lyrics, I still remember the lyrics. I have goosebumps when certain music, if I am crossing a chai ke dukan or a tea stall, I just recall.
You want to sing some?
No, I am not a person but I am saying like, so the writers who are song composer, maybe they have rejected a lot of lines and that took maybe years to compose one song. And maybe the writer wrote in 1960 and today I am sitting in 2025. I am searching in YouTube and listening to that music. So some production which you are saying, I totally agree, and it takes time. And
so these are challenging times for creativity and innovativeness.
Yes, because you have.
But we have also seen lots of people are coming with very innovative ideas. Most of the marketing schools, the universities, they ask you to think out of the box. And at times I very happy to see that, yes, this is something new which has come.
How you will think out of the box if you are always with the social platforms, always be inside of your mobile, always be inside of your computer?
That's the point. You said that a younger generation of now is being overwhelmed by the social media.
Social media platforms and especially the gadgets. Okay. Even me. Like, I will not blame them. Like, if I am in a job, if I am going to do a service, I am always checking my mobile or... So this platform, this is a kind of flat platform. It's a 2D platform. Just think about how after a exam or after a particular assessment or a semester, how many days a student is getting or an individual is getting to connect with nature.
Only a few days ago, we were actually rocked by that... cartoon thing. What is that? Everybody is getting their pictures.
Ghibli studio, yeah.
The Ghibli worked his entire life to develop a particular genre.
But we don't know how much time he is giving and sitting in the nature and doing the sketches. We don't know like how he is inspiring himself. We are just appreciating the surface. The person, like I also have friends who are using this as a DP or a status and uploading that. But I am saying...
But that is cruel to the artist.
No, it's okay. Like few of us, maybe we start to get into that particular sphere. We start to know the name of the... It's okay. Social media is helping to maybe reach out to the people or to different corner. But I am saying, do we have the information how many days that artist cried?
Exactly.
Where he was sitting, how he was managing when he traveled to different country, what was his economic perspective? how he sustained, how he built up that team, the production team, because it's a painstaking process, like to draw watercolor and then animate. So we are just using it as a surface. Oh, everyone is doing it, is a trend. But I'm saying, like, let's be a little bit slow and understand the process. And I think among 100 people, 20 people are feeling that process, and those 20 people are our target. If we can reach out to those 20 or 5 people, they will make 50, they will make 100 sensitive more audiences, listener, art appreciator.
Today we are here to talk about the United Nations Day of Creativity and Innovations. As a wrap up to today's discussion, I think this discussion can stretch miles and miles, and there are lots of issues. But are we going wrong somewhere when we are only teaching our youngsters to imitate and not to innovate?
I will just come to the answer your question, or maybe to conclude. It's not bad to imitate, because I started to utter mother or ma by listening to that sound. But my utterance or my sound will be individual. That nobody will command. Any surface material can come, but when other person in other country or in other corner, they are uttering the same word, their voice is very different. So as a connoisseur, as educator, as teacher, as facilitator, or as a sensitive human being, we should look forward how we can give a particular ambience where an individual should be free with the mind and they should be creative. There will be challenges, and without challenges, we will not make something. Like I was giving an example of a earbird. So when we were living in jungle, let's go back. So maybe someone tried to use a small branch of a tree and maybe brush the teeth or something. They will have a fatal kind of accident or something. And from there we have this now very polished, beautiful product which we are having. We are cleaning our ear or we are brushing our teeth comfortably. So these are products. So I'm saying, like, creativity and innovation, they're interlinked and interrelated. We have to just nurture the mind. We have to give the space.
So are these the good times for creativity and innovativeness, or these are the bad times? Because let's draw something from the market. Somebody who understands market, he will say that whenever the market crashes is the right time actually to buy your shares. Right now, when we are being bombarded with so much of artificiality, is this the right time for the creative things to come? I think, is it like it's a silver lining in the dark cloud?
I will say, again, I have quoted Brecht about the dark times there will be singing. And yes, I feel it's a positive time, because as creative individual, as like me, when I think we should be positive, and there are people, there are youngsters, there are kids who are having proper nurtured environment, and they will respond with time. We have to also look forward. We have to visit good museums. We have to see theater shows. And maybe within 5, maybe you will not like 5, but 2 or 1 will stay with you.
2 or 1 will stay with you. I think what I understood from this discussion, Argo, and thank you so very much for being our guest today, is that the base of the pyramid, which is wide, with all those artificial intelligence and all those things, we are making the base of the pyramid very wide. But then when you go atop it, I think at the top, you will get very nice results and very nice creative and innovative individuals and works coming out sooner than later.
Yes. Yes. Looking forward.
So on that note, we take a leave from our audience as well. Only 15 minutes to discuss a lot. But today is a nice day to think and introspect that are you also creative enough? You must be working in any field, earning your livelihood. But in that particular field also, you can be creative, you can be innovative. So you have to think out of box, and there is lot to do. Lot can be done in any field, not necessarily on canvas, not necessarily carving something on stone, but your own work can be creative. Try that. And the social media will take you places. I still remember that song a few years ago which came, and overnight it became such a popular song. Why this Kolavari? So on that note, we take your leave. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. We have to just be patient and consistent.
That is why this Kolavari.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You were listening to the weekly program Our Guest, that is broadcast every Monday at 9:15 a.m. Don't forget to tune in next week, same day, same time and same frequency for more on Our Guest. Have a nice day.